Hey guys, so I just brought our portable welder, some tools, over to the freestall barn. We had a little mishap with this pipe the other day, going through with the bedding spreader. Caught this. Basically broke it off at the bottom. It's still holding on there, but we need to do something. It's just reality in these barns. It's pretty tight space. You're bound to run into something sometime. This is not the first time we've caught this gate or had to bend stuff, so getting it straightened out. We had this issue with another gate not too long ago. Welded those gussets on there. Just want to do something like that with this post. Just gonna get this cleaned up. My dad's getting some metal. Once he gets here, then we can weld it on. Since this is a slatted floor barn, we don't have these posts concreted in. They're just welded onto these plates that there's some sort of bolt just clamped onto the slats there. I guess it's nice too. We can replace them when we need to if they rust out.
The shortest one goes over here. Guys, don't catch your feet on it.
Take the corners off of those just a little bit so it fits against really good. I got the grinder and the Kubota. My dad got some metal scraps we're gonna get welded on now. I got this portable 110 welder. Pretty cheap welder, so can't expect a lot from it. It works okay. If you have a shorter extension cord, it seems to work better. If you try to extend it too long, it doesn't weld very smooth. Yeah, it looks good. There we go. We need to move some older calves out of the calf barn today, bring them in here to the heifer barn. So that means everybody's got to be moved up. Got to take some older ones to the other farm, bring some from the other farm back here to the dry cow barn. Before we start moving everything, we're gonna bed this barn up. It's just getting so full in this barn. This bed pack's starting to really build up. We just can't really haul in the fields. It's too warm out. Can't really get these gates open anymore, but he can sneak the skid loader through there. Got my list of heifers we need to take to the other farm and the ones we need to bring back. just brought 4 more down from the heifer barn at home. We keep our pregnant heifers at this rented place from 16 to 20 months old, approximately. It's just a small group at this farm, 20 head. So now we're bringing the older ones home. They're going to be calving within the next 2 or 3 months. We'll stick them in our dry cow barn. So we're bringing them back not based on age, but based on their due date. 68. We got the trailer cleaned out so we can move those young calves then. Now we're gonna move all these heifers down a pen. Took a little bit of a lunch break. My dad will be here in a second. There the man is. Started spreading a little bit of lime on the floor. It makes a huge difference with the traction. We find this transition to be a little tough out of the calf barn usually. We feed these first 2 pens of calves the same TMR that we give to the cows. Normally we'll start feeding them TMR right away, which is the forages, the mixed forage. This time we're gonna try just giving them the same grain they were getting in the calf barn by itself. No forage here for a week or so. Try to have less changes happening at the exact same time. We would always give them some calf grain, but then put that on top of the TMR. They wouldn't be getting near as much grain as they were before. So I think this will be a good idea to spread that change out a little bit. Okay, girls, can we walk down there? It's always a little scary. Step out onto the slats. This is the same grain they were getting in the calf barn. Normally we would put some forage in right away. I'll add more here to make sure they have plenty. That way nothing with their diet is changing at all. They can get used to this pen a little bit, get used to the new animals and new bugs or whatever. Time to bed some calves. Got some young calves to move out. Setting up a pen for those. Got the chainsaw back out. Gonna finish cutting these logs up today. Haven't gotten to it since last video. But first I want to climb this stave silo right here. Move the unloader down, see how much corn silage is in there, because this is the last of our spring forage in the bags. Some triticale. And then we're gonna be moving over to that silo. We topped it off with corn silage for the heifers. There's rye on the bottom of that we want to feed to the cows. The idea was it should work out about right that we get done with that silage by the time this bag is empty, and then we can start feeding out of the silo. still have a decent amount of silage in this silo. This is a non-BMR silage that we bought from the neighbor. The idea was just to feed it to the heifers, and we're not feeding it at a crazy high rate. I'm thinking maybe we should just start adding some of this silage to the milk cow ration, mix it with the BMR silage out of the bunk, and then we'll feed through it a little faster. Make sure we get down to that Ryan time. It's not bad feed, it's just not the brown mid-rib silage that's a bit more digestible for the cows. If we mix a little bit in, it won't hurt anything. I just gotta drop this gooseneck down a door, and I'm gonna have to move the power cord. I was able to move the gooseneck down 2 doors. The unloader has an auger, pulls it to the center, and then the fan blows it out this gooseneck straight out the door and out down this chute. So we just have to drop this down as we're feeding down through the silo. So I'm gonna call our nutritionist now, who helps us set up our rations for the cows. See if he can make an adjustment. We can add some silage from the silo into the milk cow batch. We'll just go through the feeding our bunks a little bit slower, which will be good. Make that good silage out there last a little bit longer. So I was just thinking today, I started my channel just over 5 years ago, the end of 2018. And the first video I made was actually us moving heifers around just like we did today. The job looked a little bit different back then. We had a barn sitting right here that our younger heifers were in. A lot of changes since then. It's been quite a journey. A lot of videos made. I wasn't expecting to be still making YouTube videos at this point. I didn't know what to expect. I had no goals or plans with the channel, just started making some videos and it took off. Yeah, I just wanted to say I really appreciate all my viewers, and the channel's been a huge blessing to our family just with the extra revenue it's brought in. It's allowed me to be able to put time into it. It's all because everyone who watches and keeps watching. I'll probably throw some clips in here, cutting some more of these logs up, but besides that, thanks a lot for watching, guys.